And I wrote a book some years ago that got an awful lot of attention. I was named Book of the Year, but it was about my relationship with the well-known atheist Christopher Hitchens. I don't know if you know who he was. He died of esophageal cancer, sadly, but Christopher was a very good friend of mine, and we had debated each other publicly and privately quite a lot. But we liked each other. We got along very well. A lot of what I do is very relational, actually. So a guy like Christopher, I liked Christopher, I respected Christopher, while at the same time calling him out and saying, "That's bullshit. What you just said. That's just complete nonsense. That what you're spouting there. Not even sure even you believe it." But I remember that he would always be saying these things about Christianity and the Bible, and I would just say, "Look, you're always acting like you read the Bible. Let's study it together." And so I kept provoking him until finally he agreed.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you're telling me that Christopher Hitchens never studied the Bible and he was saying all this stuff? Because at the very least, if you're going to be an atheist and you're going to really defend it, you got to know both sides. Like even I think in anything.
They never do. And they cherry pick him. And so they go to a passage, where it says that God, told Moses to kill the Midianite women, for instance, which is true, but they rip it completely from context, and they don't have a deeper understanding of its message, and that becomes very clear with guys like Dawkins, who I've crossed swords with many times, or Hitchens or others, but with Christopher, I had a personal relationship with him, and I liked him quite a lot. And finally, he agreed to a Bible study. And so we drove from his house in D.C. all the way to mine in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm driving along, and he's got the Bible in his lap. And I said, let's look at the Gospel of John together, because I thought this is one that's going to really, really interest him. And so he's drinking a Johnny Walker Black Label as we go along, and I thought, this is great. I'm going to get pulled over and get arrested for open container. But here we are, and he's reading, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." And then we would read a few verses and discuss it. And it didn't take long before I realized he's starting to perceive that there's more here than meets the eye.